In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to convert a bearing to azimuth. So quickly, let me open up the open board so that we can work from this particular application. So I'm going to open some few notes here, and it says that to convert a quadrant bearing to an azimuth, you must identify the specific quadrant. That's northeast, southeast, southwest, or northwest, to apply the correct mathematical relationship relative to the north or south. And also you should remember that azimuth are measured clockwise from the north. So let me draw a compass right here, just a small compass. I'll just draw that. And so up above here we have north, down we have south, on this other end is west, and we have east. And from this point here we have northeast, this other point is southwest, this is southeast, this southwest, and we have northwest. Now we have conversion rules of quadrants that we can use to convert bearing to azimuth. Now rule number one, let me just pick a different color. Rule number one says that northeast, that is NE, if the bearing falls under northeast, that is in this quadrant, the first quadrant, let me just if the bearing falls under this first quadrant, that is northeast, then the azimuth, so the azimuth is equivalent to bearing. For example, let's take an example of a bearing of 62 and 62 degrees, 33 minutes and 14 seconds E. This is just equivalent to 62 degrees, 33 minutes and 14 seconds. So the bearing here is 62 degrees, 33 minutes and 14 seconds. That's for the first quadrant, northeast. Now rule number two of conversion rule of quadrants, that is southeast. Now so for southeast, the azimuth is equivalent to 180 degrees minus the bearing angle. Bearing angle theta. So here you can also say theta. And let's take an example. So case example, you can say S 48 degrees, 30 minutes, and 52 sorry about that, 52 seconds E. This is equivalent to, is equals to, let me take red, this is equivalent to 180 degrees minus 48 degrees, 30 minutes, and 52 seconds. So let me pull my calculator and see what we'll get. So we've said 180 degrees minus 48 degrees, 30 seconds, and 52 30 minutes, 52 seconds. So what we have is 131 degrees, 29 minutes, and 8 seconds. So equals to 131 degrees, 29 minutes, and 08 seconds, if I'm not wrong. Let me confirm that. Yeah. So that's that. This for southeast. Now, rule number 3. Let me scroll that. Rule number 3, 1, 2, 3, is that for southwest, for southwest, we get that azimuth is equals to 180 degrees plus, so sorry, I forgot to show you where so southeast falls into this category here, falls into this category, this southeast. So if a bearing falls under this, so to convert to azimuth, we get 180. So this 180 degrees, this 90 degrees, here is 270, and up above here is 0/360 degrees. So for southeast, as we've seen, is that we get 180 here minus this particular bearing. Now we are going to look at southwest. Southwest falls under this quadrant here. So a bearing under southwest falls here, and we are going to look at that rule that says if a bearing falls under the third quadrant, southwest, we get 180 plus the bearing angle. So that's to mean, just example, if we have a bearing of S 35 degrees, 49 minutes, and 20 seconds west, this to mean that this is equivalent to 180 degrees plus 35 degrees, 49 minutes and 20 seconds. So this is equivalent to, if we pull calculate again, we get 180 degrees. 180 plus 35 degrees, 49, 20. We get 215, 49, 20. 215, 49, 20. 15 degrees, 49 minutes, 20 seconds. And lastly, if a bearing falls here, if a bearing falls in the fourth quadrant, that is to mean that we'll have 360 degrees minus bearing. That will be that's the last rule. So say northwest, will be 360 degrees minus bearing. So and I've said an example is that example of north 64 degrees 56 minutes and 44 seconds west will be 360 minus 64 degrees 56 minutes and 44 seconds. So this will give us, also let me pull my calculator here. This will be 360 degrees minus 64 degrees 56 minutes and 44 seconds, and that will be 295 316 295 316 25 316. So those are the rules that you can use to convert bearing to azimuth. Just remember that if a bearing falls in the first quadrant, that's northeast, it means that the bearing is equivalent to the azimuth is equivalent to a bearing. And if a bearing falls under southeast quadrant, the second quadrant, that is southeast, so to get the azimuth, it will be 180 minus the bearing. And then if the bearing falls under the third quadrant right here, we'll get 180 plus the bearing angle. And lastly, if that bearing falls in the fourth quadrant, we'll have 360 minus the bearing angle. So that's all for today, and see you in the next tutorial.